which is like, it's just really boring. So I kind of decided that I wanted her to be kind of grosser, kind of sick looking, because she's like infected with ichor or whatever. I gave her a bunch of, you know when you're blowing bubbles and you like, all the bubbles like clump together, kind of like that? I kind of did that with her and gave her a bunch of, except they're itchy. Something that I wanted to do with all these designs is I've kind of made my own concept for what ichor does and how it works. And so for her, I think that she got infected with it, causes her to kind of be slightly tortured with all the itching and stuff. Honestly, I made her gross like this because I genuinely don't like Poppy. I'm sorry, Poppy lovers out there. She's just not my cup of tea. I think her character's annoying. I'm just gonna say that. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, I made her pretty gross. I probably won't have a design that's this gross again, so I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm sorry, Poppy. That looks like it's very painful. I'm sorry, girl. Anyways, the format for all these Twisted designs did change throughout the video. Maybe when I make more, they'll get consistent. On this one, like for example, I added her chasing, I added her just standing still, and I added like a front and back, which I didn't do for some of the other ones. I didn't really give Poppy any specific story like this. Yeah, anyways, here's the finished Poppy drawing. Ta-da! I'm kind of proud of her. I think I definitely did what I wanted to do with her, but yeah, that's Poppy done. I'm gonna take a sip of drink real quick. Dude, LaCroix are so good. Oh my gosh. Now let's move on to Flutter. Okay, so for Flutter, I had a really cool concept for her. So there's this type of like zombie fungus that butterflies and moths and different types of bugs can get. It's kind of creepy, honestly. I'll show some pictures of it. Flutter is my favorite character, and I think her Twisted it's not as bad as like Poppy or something, but I wanted to change it up. So on this design, I turned her scarf into like a big old growth. Another thing that I want to do with like ichor, I guess, is I think it can kind of mutate things. So her design actually took me a long time. It took me a lot of tries to kind of figure out how I wanted it to like, I wasn't sure if I wanted less stuff on her scarf or I wanted more stuff, or if I wanted stuff on her feet or if I wanted her wings down. The thing that I came up with was I wanted her to drag her wings around, but I kind of couldn't think of a way that could work. And so that did not come in the finished one. I think she only flies to chase the player because her wings are so heavy it kind of hurts, or it's kind of hard to fly. So the rest of the time she kind of just walks around. To this design, I'm not incredibly happy with it, and I think maybe in a future video, if this does pretty well, I think in a future video I will redo her, because again, she is my favorite character and I think I could have done better with her. I really liked the concept, but I think in execution, I think I could improve it. I think I can improve it better. In the speed paint, you're probably saying that I added her foot. Gross. That sounds really gross. I went ahead and erased that later in the drawing because I felt like it was a little bit too much. Like I said in the Poppy one, the format is inconsistent. I didn't do a front and back for her. But I did do like a roaming picture and like a chasing, which I think I will keep it on. Here's the finished drawing.
Bring the magic this holiday with beauty gifts at prices you'll love. 'Tis the season for radiant skin. When in doubt, gloss it out. This is definitely at the top of their wish list. Find perfect picks for $20 and under at Ulta Beauty at Target.
Come on, finish your list. It's bedtime.
I got told off for doing a math too.
'tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la.
Here's the finished drawing. Alright, moving on. So, next up, Twisted Astro. Okay. This design is my favorite by far. I'm very proud of it. My thought process again for this one was I gave him a little bit of a story. So for this Twisted Astro, basically what happened was he somehow hurt Dandy's dog, which is Pebble, and I'm not quite sure how yet. Maybe when I redesign Pebble, if I do, I'll come up with an actual story for that. So yeah, he somehow hurt Pebble, and then Dandy got really mad and actually stabbed Astro in the chest. So in the design, I added him kind of clutching his like stomach area, and it's kind of like dripping with ichor, which I thought was pretty cool. Maybe the more I do this, the better the stories and stuff will get. But yeah, so I decided I think Astro's twisted because he was so guilty because he hurt his best friend's dog or turned Pebble twisted or whatever. In a lot of the twisted descriptions, like in the game, you can see that they're like, I'm pretty sure Tegan's says like overcome with overcome with greed or something, and his actually says overcome with guilt. So I wanted to kind of come up with a story with that. And so I think he's completely overcome by guilt, that his guilt has basically separated from him and turned into this crazy monster that is still him, but he can't control it. So in the design, he actually runs backwards because the monster's front, I guess, is on the back of Astro's head on his hat. Yeah, I also made his legs backwards so he could run towards. Basically, he just faced backwards because he's kind of had it mutate on his like on the back of his hat, which was like ripped into 4 pieces, which is like a mouth now. Something that I kind of think would be cool if this guy was actually like in the game or whatever. I think it'd be really cool if while he was chasing the player or chasing a toon, Astro, like actually him, would like yell watch out to like the player and stuff and be like, because he doesn't want to hurt the toons. It's the monster on the back of his head that's like trying to kill him or whatever. So something with a lot of these designs that I kind of wanted to do was keep a couple kind of consistent details for them. So I've kind of decided that the ones that are crying that have like tears like Astro does, they turn twisted because of like an extreme emotion instead of, just like getting infected by it somehow. Another thing I wanted to keep consistent was across most of the designs is I wanted to put tentacles in it because I think they're cool and like kind of creepy sometimes. So as you can see on Flutters, she had some like her little growth around her neck was kind of tentacle-y, I guess. And I gave 2 tentacles coming out of Astro's big back mouth, I guess. I'm pretty sure I've said already, but I'm so proud of this Astro design. I think his is like just so cool. Imagine how scary it'd be. You're just playing Danny's Road or whatever, and you get like a blackout, and you just hear like, watch out or whatever, like a distorted voice. And then this thing starts running at you, like that'd be so scary. Anyways, I think for the main character Twisteds, I want them to be a little crazier than the normal ones, which is in the game as well. Because I kind of want to give each of them different stories, kind of like how Astro has. Here is the finished drawing, ta-da, right here. And that's it. Those are my 3 redesigns of Danny's World Twisteds. I really hope you guys liked it. If you did, comment some more